Hey guys, it is crazy to say this, but my YouTube channel has officially been monetized for 1 year. I know, right? Crazy how time flies. And I just want to quickly share with you how much money I made from my YouTube channel alone. Now, I believe in transparency, so this is definitely something I have always wanted to share with my viewers because how much money I made is indirectly related to you as well. Because, you're the ones who determine how much money I can make. Anyways, this is the chart and revenue I made in total. It is just over $1,000, with the highest being about $19 in a day, and the lowest is around $1 a day. Breaking this down further into monthly revenue, it started pretty well in the first month, and it slowly rose up till May, then a slight drop till August, and things started to pick up from September till October. Then suddenly, it just started going downhill from there, and I made less than $50 a month. Now this chart here may look a little depressing, but I actually know why this is happening, and it is due to a combination of my own effort and what's happening in the world. So in the early months from March to May, I was uploading consistently, and each time I launch a new video, there's always an increase in revenue due to more views. Then I tend to feel burnt out and lazy in the middle of the year. I don't know why, but I always get stuck with coming up with new content materials around that time. But anyways, I wasn't uploading as much, hence my revenue dropped. Then I started uploading regularly again, and things started to pick up speed, as you can see here when things are looking well up till October. And I thought things were shaping up and I was heading in the right direction. But something happened here that caused a big dip in revenue that was totally out of my control. As a matter of fact, I was getting higher than average views from November to February, yet my revenue is incredibly low. So what happened here is my eCPM has dropped considerably since November. eCPM is pretty much an estimated value of how much advertisers are willing to pay for advertising on my YouTube channel. If you have a look at my eCPM in the early months, they can go as high as $45, which is very high for content like mine. But it dropped considerably in November and about 80% drop in January. And that's affected my revenue significantly because I got the most views in January. So in theory, I got about 80% less revenue. So here's the thing, there's absolutely nothing I can do when my eCPM dropped. At first, I thought it was YouTube readjusting the type of advertisements shown on my channel, but that actually wasn't the case. And when I looked around other big YouTube channels, I noticed everyone was having the same problem as me. Their eCPM dropped about the same time as me, and it was because advertisers are scaling back on their marketing budget. As I said previously, this isn't something you and I can control. The current economy is not as good. Inflation is sky high and spending dropped significantly. So advertisers are reluctant to pay for advertising as well. And when there is less advertising, eCPM drops because there's little demand, and that's what leads to low revenue for our YouTube channel. This is what I call things that are out of our control. Because calculating our revenue on YouTube is easy, right? The formula is just our eCPM times views, and that's how much money we can make. So if we want to make more money, we either increase our eCPM or our views, or better yet, increase both for exponential revenue. Now, when I monetize my channel, I know my views are relatively low, but I wasn't too concerned about that because my aim has always been to have a high eCPM first, then worry about views later. So technically, I should still make a fair bit of money. And I was able to achieve that. My eCPM was about $40, which is good. Then following that, I also managed to increase my views, but I was unable to maintain my eCPM, unfortunately. But there is nothing I can do about that. The only thing left for me is to continuously try to increase my views until the market comes back. Then eCPM will increase, and that's when I will make my revenue again. So what did I learn from it? often there are many things that are out of our control and things can literally change overnight. The best way for us to move forward from here is to do things that are within our capabilities. Like for me, I'm just going to try and increase my views and get my channel better prepared for when the market returns. I don't know when that's going to happen, but I would rather be prepared now than wait for the time to come. Alright, so those are the boring stats and numbers and strategies. But what do you think about the amount I made on YouTube? Is it still worth doing YouTube? To tell you the truth, it does look stupid of me to continue to build my YouTube channel just to make $1,000 a year. I mean, I can make $1,000 in just but I guess that's not my main point. What I see here is more than just the money. I can see the potential in my channel because after working on it for years, my channel is growing. Not as fast as others, but it definitely is a lot faster than when I first started. For example, the views I get used to be on average 100 views per launch. But now, as I get the hang of it, I'm starting to see 200, 300, 500, and even 1,000 views per launch. If you think about it, that's 2 times, 5 times, and even 10 times the initial growth. Revenue is not going to be big in the first few years as we are trying to figure out our channel. YouTube is a business, and if you think of it like a business, low revenue in the first few years is kinda a thing. And also, I reinvested that $1,000 from YouTube and bought myself a proper camera to elevate the quality of my YouTube videos. The camera I'm using right now is the Sony ZV-E10. It's pretty good, much better than my smartphone for sure, and it feels good to upgrade my gears once in a while. Alright, here's one subject I want to touch on. How does it feel to make only $1,000 after putting in so much effort into the channel? There are 2 answers to this and I want to give you the true answer. It sucks. Like really, that's what I'm feeling. I mean, wouldn't you think all of this is a big waste of time and effort, especially when running a YouTube channel can be very time consuming? I would be lying if I say everything is okay, because it definitely isn't. A part of me does think if this is even worth doing at all. I mean, I just couldn't help myself but think of all the time and effort I put into YouTube when I could have put it into other aspects of my life. So that's my true answer. But I also want to give you a positive answer. Now, I don't really like this answer because it is going to sound like all other YouTubers out there. I can easily tell you that everything is alright and this is why you shouldn't rely on YouTube alone, that you should do affiliate marketing, start your own course, try other platforms and things like that. That sort of positivity is pure nonsense, to me at least. There's no way any YouTuber is not going to get frustrated when their eCPM drops. But as a YouTuber and also running YouTube as a business, I think we have no choice but to lie to ourselves and continue to smile in front of the camera, pretending like everything is okay. Otherwise, how are we supposed to go on creating new content? Even though I hate how my YouTube channel is not generating enough for me, deep down, I still believe there is the possibility of my channel generating a lot more revenue. It may not be now, but it is possible. But not creating new content is definitely one way to completely kill our YouTube channel, and that's a chance I'm not willing to take. So at the end of the day, we need to build a strong mindset in order to be successful. It sounds cheesy and lame, but we gotta do what we gotta do, right? Alright, that's all from me in this video. I have waited a long time to do this video, 1 year to be exact. And I'm glad I am finally able to share this with you. Do give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you find this useful. Thanks for the chat, and I'll see you in the next one.